The story begins with Zin, an undercover Interpol agent, working on a dangerous mission in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. His goal is to infiltrate a criminal phone scam operation that has been targeting innocent victims worldwide. Zin's cover is crucial to the investigation, as he works his way into the heart of the operation, pretending to be one of the scam's workers. The scene introduces his calm yet determined nature, highlighting his resourcefulness and skills as an agent. As he gets closer to gathering vital information, the situation quickly escalates. The Cambodian police launch a surprise raid on the scam operation, throwing everything into chaos. During the raid, Zin manages to maintain his cover, even as other criminals around him are arrested. His ability to blend in with the others keeps his identity as an agent hidden. The action intensifies when the Cambodian police launch a full-scale raid on the criminal phone scam operation in Phnom Penh. Shin, the undercover Interpol agent, is caught in the middle of the chaos. The scene underscores the sudden and violent nature of the raid, as police storm the building, arresting everyone involved in the scam, including Shin. Zin, although undercover, must maintain his composure to avoid blowing his cover. He knows the importance of his mission, but with police forces surrounding the building, there is little he can do. As the police arrest the scammers, Sin blends in with the crowd, hoping that his role as an agent will remain undetected. The police believe him to be a criminal, a participant in the scam, and he is swiftly taken into custody. Zin's fate appears uncertain, as he faces the possibility of being imprisoned for crimes he did not commit. This marks a turning point in his mission, as the once-controlled investigation now spirals into a larger, more dangerous situation. The scene is critical as it sets the stage for Zin's next steps, where he begins to realize that his mission is no longer just about gathering intelligence. It has now become a fight for survival. After his arrest during the police raid, Zin's journey takes a darker turn when he is transferred to a remote and desolate prison on the outskirts of Cambodia. The prison is isolated, located near the border, and is known for its harsh conditions and brutal management. The scene marks a shift in the tone of the film, as Sin moves from being a covert agent in the city to a prisoner facing an uncertain future. Upon arrival, Zin encounters the prison's ruthless warden and a group of dangerous inmates. The warden, a sadistic figure, maintains control through fear and violence, establishing a grim environment. Zin quickly realizes that this is no ordinary prison, and that he is now part of something far more sinister than just a routine arrest. As Chin tries to adjust to the grim reality of the prison, he finds himself entangled in a complex web of corruption and violence. The prisoners are subjected to harsh treatment, and there is little hope for justice. Chin begins to sense that the system here is corrupt, and survival will require more than just intelligence. It will demand strength and cunning. This scene sets the stage for the escalating dangers Sin faces, as he is forced to adapt to the cruel environment of the prison, unaware that an even greater threat awaits him. Sin's situation grows more dire as he adjusts to life in the remote prison. Zin's predicament takes a chilling turn when he is selected for a mysterious mission deep in the jungle. The warden and the corrupt authorities running the prison decide to send Sin, along with several other prisoners, on what appears to be a covert operation. This decision comes after Zin has already been labeled a troublemaker by the warden, making it clear that this mission is not a voluntary assignment. The scene is filled with tension as the prisoners are gathered and informed that they will be sent into the jungle. At first, the prisoners are unsure of what to expect, but it quickly becomes apparent that this is no ordinary task. The authorities treat them with disdain, giving no details about the mission, and the prisoners are forced to comply with the orders. As they are prepared for the jungle journey, Shin starts to sense that something far more sinister is at play. The air is thick with uncertainty, and the prisoners are given no choice but to follow orders. Shin's survival instincts kick in, and he begins to mentally prepare for the worst. It's clear that this mission could be a deadly trap, but Shin is determined to find a way out, knowing that his skills and resourcefulness are his only chance. This scene builds the suspense, setting the stage for the harrowing experience the prisoners will soon face. The chilling truth behind the jungle mission is revealed in a dramatic twist. As Shin and the other prisoners are led deep into the dense jungle, they soon discover the horrifying nature of the task they've been chosen for. What seemed like a routine mission turns out to be a sadistic game orchestrated by the warden and his associates. The prisoners quickly realize that they are not meant to complete a mission, but instead are being hunted for sport. The warden and his men, who are armed and in control, turn the jungle into a deadly arena where the prisoners' lives are the prize. This twisted game is a ruthless test of survival, and the stakes are life and death. Shin, ever resourceful, immediately understands the danger. With the hunters closing in, he must use his wit, combat training, and survival skills to navigate the jungle and evade capture. The prisoners, many of whom are unprepared for such brutality, begin to panic as they understand the true nature of their predicament. The jungle, once a place of mystery and potential escape, now becomes a deadly trap. This pivotal scene sets the tone for the rest of the film, as Zin and the other prisoners are pushed to their limits in a fight for survival. The horrifying realization that they are the hunted gives the film an intense, survival-driven momentum. The fight for survival becomes the central focus as Zin and the other prisoners are thrust into a deadly struggle in the jungle. The prisoners, now fully aware that they are being hunted for sport by the warden and his associates, must rely on their wits and physical abilities to survive. Zin, with his combat training and sharp instincts, stands out as one of the few who can navigate the harsh environment and outsmart the hunter. This scene is filled with intense moments as Zin uses the jungle's dense landscape to his advantage. He sets traps, hides in the foliage, and utilizes his surroundings to evade the armed hunters. Zin's ability to adapt quickly to the jungle environment showcases his resourcefulness and determination to survive, setting him apart from the other prisoners who are less equipped for such a brutal fight. The stakes rise with every passing moment, as Zin faces multiple threats. Not only does he have to survive the elements and the hunters, but he must also contend with the growing desperation and fear of the other prisoners. Some fall prey to the game, while others attempt to fight back. Zin's combat skills are tested to their limits as he fights for his life in this deadly arena. The tension reaches its peak when Shin finally confronts the sadistic warden in a dramatic showdown. After surviving the deadly jungle game, Hin becomes increasingly determined to bring an end to the ruthless system that has kept him and the other prisoners trapped in this brutal fight for survival. His resourcefulness and combat skills have allowed him to outwit the hunters, but the warden remains a looming threat. In this pivotal scene, Shin faces the warden in a direct confrontation. The warden, who has orchestrated the entire deadly game, is revealed to be the true mastermind behind the chaos and violence that has plagued the prisoners. As the two men clash, the stakes couldn't be higher. Shin's survival and the chance to end the horrific hunt are on the line. The intense battle is both physical and mental, with the warden using his power and sadistic cruelty to try to overpower Sin. However, Sin's determination and the skills he's honed throughout his journey in the jungle give him the upper hand. The scene showcases his courage and resolve as he fights not only for his own freedom, but for justice against the tyranny of the warden. This confrontation is a turning point in the film, marking the beginning of the end for the warden's reign of terror. The intense struggle for survival culminates in the final scene, where Zin's determination and resilience lead to his escape and eventual rescue. After confronting the sadistic warden and overcoming the deadly game set in the jungle, Zin's survival instincts are put to the ultimate test. The battle with the warden marks a turning point, and Zin's focus shifts from just surviving the hunt to finding a way out of the deadly system that has ensnared him. As the confrontation with the warden comes to an end, Zin's triumph signals the collapse of the twisted game. However, the danger is far from over. Zin must still navigate through the treacherous terrain of the jungle, avoiding the remnants of the warden's men and any further threats. With the stakes at their highest, Zin's escape becomes a race against time. The tension mounts as Sin, using his cunning and skill, manages to make his way to safety. His earlier distress signal, sent from the prison, finally reaches the outside world. A rescue team arrives, pulling him from the brink of death and offering a glimmer of hope after the harrowing events he's endured. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this recap, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more. Catch you in the next one. Stay chilled.